So I'm doing a video just talking about Hitler for a little bit again from another angle because, okay, I'm trying to deal with him in a compassionate way because you have to realize that no matter what he was, like he's another one of those demagogues, like Genghis Khan. I have a book here on Genghis Khan. I'm reading the history of Genghis Khan. Well, they were saying he's worse than him, but he was just a human, and he was very ill. In this one documentary that I posted, that I found was talking about all the mental illnesses that you could say that he had if you broke it down. But I just thought it because with Schwarzenegger's thing talking about hate, because he was an embodiment of hatred, but just the thing that I wanted to point out was his hatred for himself. Because, I notice about a lot of people who are living in like Northern European areas when they have really dark hair. Because like even the people with the Celtic background, they have this really dark hair. I don't know what that comes from because you wonder, is that some kind of Middle Eastern, or where does it come from? People traveling across, or where did that come from? And he was like that. Here he had this philosophy of the blondies were so wonderful, and yet look at him. He had dark hair. So then you find out he actually had, and he didn't know it maybe because this is DNA from his descendants, that he actually had some Jewish blood and some African blood. Well, so it's the height of the embodiment of self-hatred, and all hatred does start with hating yourself, and so he had this terrible self-hatred, which manifested in this way. Well, then the thing about him being a leader is that he drew upon the same things that were happening to the people of that nation at that time, that they were having trouble with their own self-esteem and their own self-worth. And then I was seeing that in a documentary by the English and why that was. So it's just a lesson in what self-hatred can do. And actually self-hatred is disobeying the first commandment, because it says that we're to love God and we're supposed to love ourselves because we're made in the image of God. So it's a hatred for the image of God that is the reason we hate it. Self-hatred is something that is just really mystifying to me, and it is strange and mystifying, and yet it's so ever present, So just it's a lesson in what self-hatred can do to people. And when Schwarzenegger, when he talks about people having all this hate, it really does start with hating themselves, And this is what, if we're going to get to the root of the problem,